But I want to talk about the people at the bottom of this pyramid, those who really aren't in the know, those who really are suppressed by this manipulation that's at work. And the group that I perceive as being the most suppressed, the most damaged by this level of manipulation that is taking place. You would think it's just your average citizen, your average person, but it really isn't. There is a group that is even more manipulated, that is even more held in deep levels of unconsciousness and fear, and in being cut off from their true divine nature, and being cut off from the ever-present and ever-flowing dynamic energy of consciousness and love. And these are the people who I would consider at the very, very bottom of this pyramid with the most weight pressing upon them. And it is the controllers of the world, the military and the police. These are the people who are the most victimized by this hierarchical structure of manipulation. Sadly, they're often the people who understand how this dynamic is at work in the world more than anybody else. They don't understand it more so than anyone else because their consciousness is in that shutdown of a mode. And because they're so ruled by the reptilian complex of the brain that they're in that fear vibration, they're in that confusion vibration, and they're just being given orders, they're just following orders to go out and control things in the external world because they've bought the big lie, and they've bought the lie that says that control is the answer, that you can create order from control. And we've already looked at that in part one. It's like trying to dry wet clothes by pouring more water on them, or trying to put out a fire by pouring more gasoline on it. You will never create the opposite polarity by adding the same polarity to the situation. So you can never create order by adding fear, confusion, and control to the mix. You can only create order by adding the love dynamic. Love, dominion, or non-duality, and freedom is how order is created. I can't emphasize that enough. These are the people that are actually the most damaged by this system and the most manipulated. They actually have the brunt of the weight of the system upon them more than anyone else. And as such, they need the greatest amount of help and the greatest amount of emotional support and understanding in getting to a higher level of consciousness, which will be exceedingly difficult for these individuals, particularly if they do not wish to come out of their worldview, their negative worldview that is based on separation and control, and they have great attachment to being right, to that the world is the way they currently think that it is, even though it bears very little resemblance to reality in any way.